Welcome to a questionable improvement guide to Impaler's very advanced movement mechanics. Topics of interest are b-hopping, all about walls and storms, pogo jumping, and advertising the swords as well as upgrades. Topic 1. Bunny hopping. How does that even work? To build your speed to the max, you need to hold W and the key corresponding to your desired direction. You want to move to the left and you press W and A. You want to move to the right and you press W and D. It's absolutely mandatory to look in the direction you're moving to, as if you're trying to swing something behind you. When you're bunny hopping and building up your speed, you should try to avoid double jumping. It messes with the rhythm of your jumps and it's harder to strafe in general, as the double jump should instead be used to preserve your current speed. Here are two side-by-side comparisons just to show you why b-hopping is so important. Next, with the wall jump mechanics. Unlike how the title of this card says, the wall jump not having any cooldown or reset condition isn't very useful in normal gameplay, but can be quite handy if you want to touch the ceiling by jumping off the map corners. It also starts slowing you down after the second wall jump, so don't use this unless there will ever be a new movement strat figured out. Staying on the topic of wall jumping, an invaluable tip is that you can preserve a lot of your current speed whenever you wall jump off of a wall. This can be done by jumping into a wall and turning around, followed by a wall jump. You can also use this trick to bounce off walls. Don't forget to adjust your camera angle depending on which direction you're coming from. Unfortunately, dropping from the ceiling and smashing into the floor doesn't turn you into more of a bioweapon. It's no different from just putting a spike under your feet and spamming the spike projectile from your stomp. Spike projectile spam can be achieved by putting a spike under yourself when you're standing still, but because that is impractical, you should, when you're normally walking, put a spike below you. What's the difference? When not moving, you put it perfectly below you by dragging the mouse completely down, but when you're walking, you look up a tiny bit more, let's say 2 or 3 degrees. But is there anything more to know about wall jumps? Yes, there's one last bit I need to talk about in this section. That is how to go comically high with minimum effort. All you need to do is do a spike jump, spam your jump key for even more vertical momentum, and then do a wall jump for even more momentum. From there you can decide when bouncing off a wall if you want to strafe to a better position or just stomp on your enemies. Last bit of trivia about the ground slam before moving on to the sword. It's actually 2 attacks. One is the AoE attack around you that spawns the spikes, and the other is the one-shot stomp. The one-shot stomp needs at least some height/speed before it is triggered. So the 2 stonehead monsters cannot be insta-killed when using the previously mentioned jumpless spike jump, as it would be only able to spawn the spikes. Now that that's done, onto the Sword Kings. For those of you which don't believe in sword supremacy, each time you swing your sword you gain a minuscule speed boost, and just for that it's worth mentioning in this guide, but luckily there's an upgrade which bumps that minuscule boost into an unmatched on-demand speed booster. To finish off this guide, I'll tell you the obvious. The passive 15% speed boost upgrade should be bought first when you want to zoom around the arena, and the extra jump as well as the bonus jump height when your intentions are to be an aerial menace. Here I'll put some pics that either didn't make the final cut, I replaced by video, or are DMs I took after talking a bit with the dev.